That's right, Tamara. You know, this political scandal has been going on for more than 7 years in this province. And even though two former civil servants pleaded guilty to corruption, this story continues to send political shockwaves throughout BC. For years, there has been a dark cloud of suspicion over the role BC politicians played in this. And tonight, I can tell you, after reading through the Crown's evidence, a much clearer picture is being revealed.
Hi, everyone.
As she swings through the Okanagan, Christy Clark is campaigning hard to be this province's next premier.
We need to be the party of change.
Even though she's the front-runner, Clark hasn't been able to shake a nagging suspicion that she had something to do with BC's biggest corruption case, the $1 billion sale of BCRail.
This has been something that I think people with a political agenda have been trying to drag me into.
The innuendo suggests Clark leaked sensitive documents to lobbyist friend Eric Bornman. But the only criminal charges were against political staffers Dave Bassey and Bob Verk. They're now under house arrest after admitting they traded government secrets on BCRail for cash, trips, and the lure of political jobs in Ottawa. Their surprise guilty pleas last fall ended a sensational trial before it could answer many of the key questions. Remember all those allegations?
There is a stain on this Premier's office. There is a stain on this government.
Our clients did whatever they did with the knowledge and encouragement of their superiors.
But now an extensive review by CTV News of the police investigation and the Crown's evidence reveals key politicians were never suspected of wrongdoing. Clark was never a police suspect in the scandal. She was never interviewed by police, and there is no evidence she leaked any government information.
There was never any indication in the materials that we reviewed that she had any involvement whatsoever with respect to the sale of BCRail or otherwise with respect to the police investigation.
I had a spotlessly clean public record. I discharged my duties absolutely honestly. And the things that people will say on the internet are just simply not true.
It will come as a credibility boost as she heads into one of the most important political races of her career. In transcriptions of 7,000 wiretapped calls, Premier Gordon Campbell and other cabinet ministers are barely even mentioned. The defense suggested politicians were pulling the strings, but there is no evidence to support that. Bassey was the mastermind. The wiretaps show he used his taxpayer-paid cell phone to talk to cocaine dealers, arrange personal benefits, and even to set up a sexual liaison for a lobbyist friend. In one recording, Bassey says, "She'll be putting out like you wouldn't believe, pal. I'll say, look, keep that guy happy." Despite a mountain of evidence and Bassey's own guilty plea, his lawyer says the public shouldn't reach conclusions based on today's release.
It's a very one-sided picture that the public will get from that, because those materials are by and large investigative materials compiled by the police.
The materials appear to answer many key questions, but others, such as why taxpayers are footing a $6 million legal bill for two guilty men, continue to linger.
Just unbelievable, Jim, and there's still a lot more to this story.
Yes, indeed, Mike, a lot more. Tomorrow night, I'm going to tell you much more about one of the key cabinet ministers involved in this story who paid a very steep price.
We'll look forward to that. Thanks, Jim Beattie, live in Vancouver tonight.